Hi there, happy Travel Tuesday.
Hi, everybody. Happy Travel Tuesday. Elizabeth, we are in person together today.
Right, live in person, right
Yes.
here at our AAA Amherst headquarters at 100 International Drive in the Buffalo area. But of course, greetings to our Facebook fans around the globe.
Absolutely around the globe. Yeah. So beautiful day out, a little breezy today, but we hope everyone had a nice Dingus Day yesterday, right?
Yes. So I
Easter
went to the
weekend.
parade,
Yeah.
the Buffalo Dingus Day Parade. It was mad. There were people lining the streets, all dressed in red. You wouldn't believe how many people were down there. Of course, it was a beautiful day. You couldn't ask for a better
It
parade.
was a
weather.
gorgeous day, and let me ask, were there pussy willows and squirt
Oh,
guns,
yeah.
all of the
There
above?
were not just squirt guns, they were more or less water.
Water
blasters.
Okay.
That's really how it was. Some
Wow.
people were drenched head to toe.
Fun.
Luckily, I did not get sprayed terribly bad, like
Good.
just a spray here and there. But
Well,
some people-
sounds like a fun time. It always is.
It
It's a
is.
wonderful tradition here in Buffalo.
A welcome
Yeah.
to spring for sure.
Yeah, for sure.
And so people are still heading out and about. We're seeing a lot of people returning from Easter vacations. Kids are back in school, so it's back to reality for a lot of the students after being away last week. Some of the districts still have off this week, but most of them are back.
I was going to say the majority are back, but some are still away. So people are still heading back from all those wonderful vacations. And, Florida was huge, Orlando and the beaches, cruises, Caribbean, Mexico, all of the top destinations have been really packed for the last 3 or 4 weeks.
Right, and some people, said we still want to go away for Easter, but what we're seeing now is like a lot of times the snowbirds will stay through Easter and then they'll come back. So we'll start to see a lot of those people heading back.
Of course, they typically later April, early May. And for those that still are down there and seeing us, the auto train is an option if you don't want to drive all the way back to Buffalo. From Sanford, Florida to Lorton, Virginia, you take the auto train, which many people have taken. It eases up a little bit. That saves some mileage. And
Yeah.
what a beautiful way to head
Exactly.
back home.
And be able to stretch out a little bit, not
Yes,
to worry about
yes.
driving.
Enjoy the ride, as they say, right?
Right.
Yes.
And speaking of snowbirds, on our Medicare friends, we have a special event coming up at AAA this week that we wanted to let everybody know about. It's a Spring into Health event right here at AAA.
Yeah, it is. It's I think next this
It's next
Thursday,
Thursday.
the 13th. So it's here in Amherst from 11 to 1. And there's going to be a lot of great information. I was talking to Teresa Jones, who was our manager of Medicare, and she has a wonderful agenda plan for that day.
Right, they're gonna be able to hear from health experts, hear about different exercise techniques, learn about how travel is good for you, have a presentation from the AAA Solo Travelers Club and more. So it is free. Just go to AAA.com/events, pre-register, and they'll be ready and waiting for you right here on Thursday.
Yeah, and there are going to be a lot of great speakers and presentations from all areas of health and beyond. So it really is going to be a great program.
Right, and it's one of those things that, 11 to 1, so you're gonna get so much information in a short period of time, you'll be able to relax and learn a lot and gain some new knowledge, whether you're thinking about Medicare or if that's in the future, or you might want to even possibly change your plan. It really opened up.
It is open to everyone, and of course, it is a free event. So just again, register AAA.com/events, and we would love to see you here. Yeah.
Excellent. And if you remind everyone, Brian, since it is April, we're talking about Dingus Day, people welcoming spring. It's also distracted driving awareness month. So we had some new numbers come out from NHTSA, that's the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration. More than 3,500 people were killed in 2021 in distracted driving crashes. And the number could be higher because a lot of times these types of crashes are underreported. Over 100 people right here in New York State. So we're reminding everyone to put the phone down, focus on driving and stay safe.
Absolutely. And you know what? It is such an avoidable thing with the phone, with the radio, with, kids in the cars. It is springtime now. There's people on the side of the road, bicyclists, walkers out. You really need to be careful because, you take your eye off the road for 1 second and your car weave. It really is so important. We've had Trooper James O'Callahan on the radio program on the Big Wet. And many of these things are so avoidable.
That's so true. And you have to think about the spring construction season getting underway as well. And our roadside heroes on the roadside rescuing motorists. So we want to make sure that everyone stays safe. So again, slow down and move over. And a lot of times people fail to slow down and move over because they're distracted with their phone. So they do go hand in hand. So we want to remind everyone to be safe.
Yeah. And, it's a focus in the month of April, but it should be just a year-round practice for sure.
Yeah, hopefully this raises awareness and that people can stay safe, especially through that summer driving season, which is right around the corner, and we'll see people taking those road trips.
Absolutely. That's going to be happening for sure.
And before road trip season gets here, you have some great travel deals that you want. to
Well,
share.
there are some great travel deals and I have some cheat notes here because they're really great. I don't want to miss any of the details, but Celebrity Cruises, they have a bucket list event. Now, Elizabeth, we think of bucket list. It's a bucket list event. So
Okay.
that's where the play on words comes from. So that's really cool, but it's 75% off the second guest, up to $1,600 savings plus additional bonuses, and that's bookable through the 3rd of May. So there's plenty of time to book for sailings through to 2025 in April. So there's a big sailing window with that. We still have the month of April to book it, but 75% off second guest, and you save up to $1,600 additionally with the sale that they have going based on your accommodation. So that's a really great opportunity. Celebrity, Caribbean, Europe, Alaska, really the globe.
So bucket list, I like this new term, and another new term I've been seeing lately. Early bird gets the vacation. So you
There
must
you
like
go.
that
Well,
when I
look at
saw
that.
it for you when I saw it.
We're gonna
I
have
can't-
to use that.
I can't claim it, because
Wow.
I read it, multiple places though, and I thought Brian's gonna like that one, because you're always reminding people to book early and plan ahead.
I do like it, and I love the bucket list as well, and I can take credit for that. That is from Celebrity, but really great deals out there, so that's really cool. Another cruise opportunity, Holland America, it's their anniversary sale, and so it's their 150th anniversary, and each guest receives up to 45% off cruise fares. That's really significant, and up to $150 of onboard credit. That is actually bookable through the 31st of May, so there's still time. And that is for summer, fall 2023, 2024 cruises, Alaska. There's a couple exclusions on short 4-day cruises for their world voyages, but virtually everything else, the travel advisors know all the details. So great savings with Holland America.
In 150 years.
150th anniversary.
You
Yep.
wonder how cruising has changed over that time. I'm sure it's open to a lot more people now than it was back then. It was probably for the elite. And, you know.
It really was. I mean, back in the 70s and 80s, each cruise line had 1 or 2 ships. Now, some of them have, 25 ships. So it really has, the service has streamlined and, the offerings with all the specialty dining. When you think of Royal Caribbean, what they have on the ships with their, ice skating rinks and their
Rock
racetracks.
climbing.
And NCL has the racetrack on there. So there is so much to offer. They really have come a long way. Yes.
What a great way to celebrate.
Yep, and then there is one last one, the CIE Tours. It is a, what did I call it? It was lift your kilt sale.
Oh, okay.
And that's so
Okay,
the play on words, but
CIE.
and anyway, it's $500 per couple savings on Scotland vacation. So that's pretty significant. Scotland, Ireland, really popular at this time of year as well. So great deals there. That is booking your travel plans by the 22nd of April. So still time.
Pick up your film.
Pick up your kilt. Something to do with your kilt, and I apologize. I forgot the exact name, but CIE, a great partner with Scotland and Ireland. So great deals there as well. So.
And summer, like you said, this is a popular time to go there, but throughout the summer, people participate.
Absolutely, it really has started to, and Ireland has really turned into a year-round destination. Much of Europe now is year-round destinations, but Ireland is really popular, easy to get to. Through New York or Boston, nonstop flights out of Toronto. It works really well. So great savings there. I want to give a little heads up on a couple events that we're having as well, really quick. These are coming up May 1st, 2nd, and 4th. We have Member Choice Lunch and Learn. So our friend Kevin Ferguson from Member Choice Vacations will be here, and he's going to talk about the 3 I's: Italy, Ireland, and Iceland. So vacations to the 3 I's, and then spotlights on domestic US trips. So register for that at AAA.com/events coming up the first week of May. A little bit of time to do that. Space is limited because those events will be held in our branches. So that's a first come, first serve. It does require reservation. So again, AAA.com/events.
And Kevin's full of information. He was our guest on the radio program Easter weekend. That podcast is up at AAA.com/podcast if you want to check it out. But he's always been a great show. Great to hear what he has to say about the 3 I's.
Absolutely.
Okay, I think we're off to a great spring season here.
We are, and it's a gorgeous day. The warmer weather is here, so everybody get out and enjoy it and be safe.
That's right. Be safe. We'll see you back here next week.
Bye, everybody.